When you think of a caveman dinner, you probably picture a group of early humans huddled around a fire, roasting a massive steak from a woolly mammoth. For a long time, popular culture and even early science painted our ancestors as ultimate apex predators who lived almost entirely on large game. But modern archaeology is revealing a much more complicated and, frankly, a much more interesting story. The truth is, there was no single paleo diet. What our ancestors ate depended entirely on where they lived, the season of the year, and what tools they had at their disposal. Our ancestors were not just hunters, they were ultimate opportunists, eating whatever the landscape provided. Long before early humans were hunting large game, our earliest ancestors were primarily gatherers. Millions of years ago, hominins like Australopithecus walked the African savanna. Their diets were heavily plant-based, consisting of wild fruits, seeds, tough roots, and fibrous tubers. We know this by looking at the deep wear patterns and microscopic scratches on their fossilized teeth. Their massive molars were perfectly adapted for grinding down tough, fibrous plant material, much like modern chimpanzees. Plants didn't run away, making them a much safer and more reliable source of daily calories than hunting animals. However, as the climate shifted and forests gave way to open grasslands, finding high-quality plants became more difficult. This environmental pressure drove a major dietary shift, the introduction of meat. But early humans didn't start out as master hunters. Instead, they were likely scavengers. Armed with simple sharp-edged stone tools, species like Homo habilis would wait for large predators like lions or saber-toothed cats to finish their meals. Then, they would rush in to strip away the remaining meat or smash open long bones to access the nutrient-rich, calorie-dense marrow inside, providing a massive boost to brain evolution. Around 2 million years ago, Homo erectus changed the game by developing more sophisticated tools, like the Acheulean hand axe, and mastering the control of fire. Cooking was a monumental turning point in human history. By applying heat to tough meats and fibrous starchy roots, early humans effectively pre-digested their food. Cooking breaks down toxins, kills dangerous parasites, and makes nutrients vastly easier for the gut to absorb. Because cooked food required less energy to digest, our ancestors' jaws and guts shrank over evolutionary time, freeing up metabolic energy to fuel our rapidly growing brains. As modern humans, or Homo sapiens, emerged and migrated out of Africa around 100,000 years ago, they encountered vastly different environments, from the icy tundras of Europe to the coastal regions of Asia. Diets varied wildly by geography. In cold northern climates where plant life was scarce for most of the year, Neanderthals and early humans relied heavily on animal fats and proteins, hunting reindeer, wild horses, and bison. Meanwhile, populations living near rivers or coastlines became expert fishers, gathering shellfish, harvesting marine mammals, and catching abundant freshwater fish. Up until recently, scientists struggled to find evidence of plants in ancient diets because plant matter decays quickly, leaving little trace in the archaeological record. However, new techniques like analyzing fossilized dental plaque and searching for microscopic plant crystals on stone tools have changed everything. We now know that even in Ice Age Europe, early humans were gathering wild grains, seeds, and even roasting wild vegetables. They possessed an intimate, expert knowledge of their local ecosystems, knowing exactly which plants were nutritious, which were medicinal, and which were deadly. Ultimately, the true secret to the survival and success of early humans wasn't a specific superfood or a strict meat-heavy diet. It was our unmatched dietary flexibility. Unlike specialized predators, humans could adapt to almost any environment on Earth by shifting their eating habits. When large game was scarce, they relied on tubers and nuts. When plants froze, they turned to the sea or tracked animal herds. This incredible ability to find nutrition in almost any landscape is precisely what allowed our ancestors to survive fluctuating climates and eventually populate the entire planet.